Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Hope everybody's alright this morning. Today's Wednesday, September 21st. Currently it's 64 degrees. High today is 88. No chance of rain. 87% humidity. No winds, and air quality is 65. That's moderate. So it's going to be kind of warm today. Nice cool mornings, but then it gets really warm. Okay, what's going on today? Got an Ask My Tablet today finally, y'all. Finally got that on. I just had a surplus of videos lately, and it was in line, so today is a day. Okay, so check that out. If you haven't watched Ask My Tablet before, definitely check it out. It's a fun show. You never know what to expect. You learn something every time, and it can be really funny too. So check it out. What's for dinner last night? We had chili dogs and chips, and we used those Pepperidge Farm buns I was showing you. The hot dog buns. They're top sliced. Instead of like on the side, they're on the top part here, sliced. So they sit up perfect on your plate. They don't just fall over. You know how, regular hot dog buns, you put everything on it, and you got them loaded up, and then you set it down, and it kind of just goes, splits open, or either it'll fall over on its side, and everything will go off of it, and you're trying to push everything back on it. It's all messy. So these sit up right, and yes, we like a lot of onion, because some of it falls off, so you got to have plenty on there to make sure you get some. So yeah, look at that. It sets up perfect. And they're potato buns. They were really, really, really good. That's a tomato from the garden, and that's some of those chips we tried last night on Logan's Awesome Snack Reviews. They're really good. Check that out and you'll see. Getting more tomatoes. I need to get them all, really, even if they're green, but I hadn't had time to mess with it. I need to pull up the tomatoes so I can get turnips planted. But I got a few. This is Cherokee Purple. They stay green a little bit on top, but they're ripe. That's just the way they do. And like I said, some of them are small. See how it's a little green, but that's actually ripe. And this one is a pink, I believe it is. Pink, Chef Choice Pink. And of course, I'm getting a lot of the yellow and orange tomatoes right now. I think this is another. I'm not for sure what this one is. But I got a bunch in the window over here. I got a bunch in this soda pop case or whatever it is. See it over there. It's about full. So we're going to give some to Mom later on this week. She said she's busy right now. We're going to go visit with her and take her some. About all I got right now. I got a few banana peppers still. Well, I got a lot of banana peppers and some green peppers, but they're kind of small still. But I can give Mom some. I'll check and see, but I'll give her some eggplants and some tomatoes when we see her. But tonight we were gonna fix something at home, but we decided to get something out tonight. We haven't been out to eat in quite a while, weeks, so I thought we'd try getting something to eat. And we were gonna have some ranch chicken in the crock pot, mashed potatoes and green beans, but I guess I'm sure that the chicken is still froze because I didn't put it out. I put it in the fridge until like 11 or something. So that would have been a problem anyway. So we'll have that tomorrow. That sounds really good though. Like a good meal. So, oh, here's a picture of Kitty. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it good though. There's some shelving in Logan's room, and she's been scratching on it. You can tell. It's part of it's like styrofoam. I don't know why, but it is. I think it was a display thing somewhere, and I got it somewhere. Anyway, it's like shelves. You can see Kitty laying there. She was on her back, and then when I went to take the picture, she laid over, kind of rolled over on her side a little bit. But it's hard to see that. It's a little dark. But she's a mess. You never know where you're going to find her laying. Okay. All right. Today's tidbits. There's 3 of them today. They didn't really have much to choose from. This one is boaters off Spanish Island. Oh, I might need my glasses. And I did break my other ones. I sat on them. Boaters off Spanish Island of Majorca spot 4 water spouts. Boaters off the Spanish island of Majorca saw 4 water spouts spinning together almost near the same spot on Friday. The water spouts that looked like fair weather, water spouts that form over open water, formed during stormy weather in the region. NWS advised boaters to move at a 90-degree angle away from the water spout's path if they spot any. Kansas City becomes second hottest U.S. city on Monday. The National Weather Service stated that Kansas City in Missouri was the second hottest city in the U.S. on Monday morning. The city saw 82 degrees at 4 a.m., making it the hottest place in the U.S., second to a site in Arizona where the recorded temperature was 83 degrees. That doesn't seem that hot to be the hottest city. Due to the hottest low and high temperatures, the city was under record watch on Monday. But when you say the hottest city, second hottest city, you think it'd be, I don't know, over 100. So I don't know. Okay, and rainbow adorns London sky ahead of Queen's funeral. A beautiful rainbow appeared over the Palace of Westminster in London on Sunday, the last day of Queen Elizabeth II's lying in state before her funeral on Monday. A local official shared a snap of the amazing sky on Twitter. It's the second time a rainbow adorns the city skies as the nation mourns its queen. The first one appeared on September 8. Okay, let's find. Somebody's out there mowing already. Oh, it's not on this. It's on. Here it is. Okay. Get a drink of coffee. This one says, the world's longest immersed tunnel will link Germany and Denmark. An infrastructure project underway in Europe is set to connect Denmark and Germany by the end of the decade. Scheduled to open in 2029, the 11.1-mile-long Fehmarnbelt fixed link will be the world's longest immersed tunnel, as well as the longest combined road and rail tunnel. Wow, it's going to go underneath the sea or whatever there. And look, that's a train alongside. And then, all the cars. But you can see that's ocean or something. So it's going to go right underneath that. Isn't that crazy? It is. It will run across a strait between the German island of Fehmarn and the Danish island of Lolland. Currently, that voyage takes about 45 minutes by ferry, but the Fehmarnbelt promises to deliver travelers from one country to another in just 7 minutes by train or 10 minutes by car. Today, if you were to take a train trip from Copenhagen to Hamburg, It would take you around 4.5 hours. When the tunnel will be completed, the same journey will take 2.5 hours. Jens Ole Kasland, the technical director at the company overseeing the project, told CNN. Today, a lot of people fly between the two cities, but in the future, it will be better to just take the train. Wow. Underwater kelp forests are growing at lightning speed and soaking up CO2. Yay. When you think of a thriving forest, you likely imagine towering green trees, perhaps in the Amazon or the mountains of the Pacific Northwest. According to a just publicized study, though, the world's most productive forest may be located under the sea. Scientists set out to collect data on seaweed growth throughout the globe, finding that some kelp forests grow at 2 to 11 times the rate of many land crops like wheat, corn, and rice. The most productive areas were Australia's Great Southern Reef and the Great African Sea Forest, located south of the African continent. In addition to helping with food security, seaweed can be used in everything from seasonings to candies and alternative ice cream. Cultivating from the fast-growing forest can aid in bioplastic and biofuel production, the Sydney Morning Herald reports. Plus, like above-ground forests, kelp forests provide a habitat for animal species and absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, both important tools in the fight against climate change. Okay. Scientists survey Antarctic seals from space to get accurate population count. Okay. There's one. After years of leaning on flawed estimations, scientists finally have an accurate count of Antarctica's Weddell seal population. But rather than getting up close and personal with the sea animals to find the number, the researchers looked at views of the icy continent from space. The previous research was done by traditional surveyors, shipboard surveys, and aerial surveys, but you can't physically get to the entire Antarctic continent all at one time, Dr. Michelle LaRue, who spearheaded the counting initiative, told The Guardian. To improve upon the imprecise results from previous methods, LaRue turned to satellite imagery and over 300,000 volunteer scientists who deciphered the photos to look for seals. We combined the imagery with a web platform to conduct a citizen science campaign to find out 3 things: where seals are present, their abundance, and the environmental factors that influence their habitat preferences, she explained. The project results were published in a study last year with a better population count, as well as new insights on Weddell Sea food chain changes, living preferences, and overall habits. Wow, that's pretty cool. From space. So everybody, that's going to be it for today's tidbits and nice news and morning coffee break. Don't have much going on. I need to work out in the yard some, but it's going to be so hot, so I don't know. If I did anything, it'd probably be later, like 6 or 7 o'clock. It's still hot then, but there's some shade back here during that time. I really need to start pulling up some tomato plants and just go ahead and get what's on them. They'll turn when they're green. It takes a little while, but it's going to take them forever, some of them, to really get mature and ripen. So, but I need to get some seeds in the ground anytime now. I got other stuff coming up. I've got squirrels out here. Nothing's getting into one that I wrapped in the middle that I can tell. But the furthest one out here, the new with the metal frame one, squirrels have been getting in there and digging around. I don't know if they're burying nuts or if they're looking for them. It's one of the two. And they're not really after the seedlings, but it's just they dig them up by digging around everything else, and they don't eat them or anything. They just dig, you know. So they're not really there to damage them, but they do. But by looking when they look around for their nuts. So I don't know. They bury them. I have had lots of trees try to grow in my raised beds because they hide them and then they germinate. So we'll see. I don't know if they've buried a bunch in there or what, but they love. That's what they do. I mean, this one tree out here, it's got acorns on it, so they love them, you know. And something's been eating a lot of little tomatoes. I'll find them out here on the driveway. It's a chipmunk, I'm sure, because we see when Joyce even what did she name it? Buddy or Bubba? I think one's one that runs back and forth a lot out there is Bubba. And we got a little hummingbird. I felt kind of sorry for it because it didn't have any. I mean, the water just had water in the feeder, and it's been coming out there, and it's getting some of it anyway. So I put. It's one of those feeders from Dollar Tree. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're red, and then they got the plastic bottle. I put 1 teaspoon of sugar in it this time. I don't think that'd be too much. 1 teaspoon. It probably holds 8 or 10 ounces, about 10 ounces at least. So I figured 1 teaspoon surely. It wasn't even a whole teaspoon. But of course, they like sugar in it. And I've heard that not to use those hummingbird liquids, you know, that's already prepared that are red. They say those aren't good for them. The dyes and stuff in them, they're not good for them. So it's better just to make your own. I need to find out exactly how much I need to put in there instead of guessing, though. But I figured that'd be fine with it. I shook it up real good and put it out there, and we'll see if it likes that better than just plain water. It looks just kind of scrawny, you know. It looks skinny when I was looking at it yesterday. They're so cool though. But anyway, I guess that's all I got today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll later on check out Ask My Tablet. It's always fun to watch it. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and we'll see you later on. God bless everybody.